What's up, guys? Welcome to a Savage Gaming Podcast, episode 8. I'm a Savage Kev.
Paul.
I'm Shane, and I'm taking it back.
Taking it back.
No, just to explain. Last episode we kind of hit on the Telltale thing a little bit, and I was kind of really fresh on it and kind of really new at it, and then I finished Tales from the Borderlands since that time, and I was fucking blown away, man. I thought it was tremendous.
He's taking it back.
As far as the gameplay goes, it is what it is, but
yeah.
I felt like the story was so good and I enjoyed it so much that I can push through it. I don't know how much I would get into other games, like other series, but as far as the Borderlands one, I feel like they represented what Borderlands was really well. Some of the shit was just really epic, man, and really fun, and I loved it, dude. And I saw you playing it today.
Yeah,
how'd you feel about it?
I'm only episode 4 on the first chapter in, but it's Borderlands, man. The second chapter or episode, you go into the enemy museum where you had the scabs, the bully mongs, and you could scan them and you can get their height and weight, and they had funny little comments on them. I thought that was dynamite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As Borderlands for you,
Yeah.
No, well done, but I don't like the Telltale games, man. They could fucking do body shots in my booty sweat for all I care. And I love Borderlands, and I know the part you're talking about. I laughed a lot while I was playing that part of the game, but I don't like the whole here's 20 minutes of me getting invested in a movie that's playing in front of me, and it's oh, quick, press this button. It's dude, I set the controller down 10 minutes ago.
I felt that way at first.
Yeah.
And the more I pushed through, because I thought the first episode of it, I didn't love, but I was just pushed on because I didn't really have a lot to play. So I was like, fuck it, let me just see where this goes. And then I did the second one, and man, maybe halfway through the second one, I started feeling really invested in it. And I just started really getting into the story, and I just pushed through, man. Like I said, I loved it. I thought it was great.
Yeah, I'm enjoying what I've played so far.
I can't understand how people wouldn't be into it, though. You know what I mean? I get, my brother was watching me play it, and he was kind of watching the story, and he thought it was cool, but he's like, I just can't see myself playing it. And I'm like, yeah, I get that. Mm-hmm. But I can, man. It's very relaxing.
It is relaxing, and I was going to ask you, do you think it's because you're such a big fan of Borderlands that helps with playing?
That's the only reason I got as far as I did in the Borderlands Telltale games.
That's definitely the reason that I finished it.
Yeah.
I thought the ending was tremendous too. I thought they did a great job of making it really epic, and I might try a few more and see how I feel about them. But I'm not sure I can get into any other ones. But I thought that was great. If they do another Borderlands series, I'm in 100%. No doubt about it. I won't even question it. But yeah, Borderlands had a lot to do with it.
Yeah. Well, I started on, and I want to say it was the first one. I could be wrong about it, but the first Walking Dead one. Mm-hmm. Just because I was super invested in the show or whatever. And I remember they had a demo, which all those games back then had a playable demo. And I don't know what's going on with unplayable demos now. But I played it and I really liked it. I liked the controls. I thought it was quite relaxing. And I played the entire game and I loved it.
Yeah, well, I find that most of them, they're giving away the first episode of whatever series for free. And then you
do an episode 0 and then maybe episode 1 might be free or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then once that shit hooks you,
then you buy every one.
But
they're cheap.
Because I was thinking about the Game of Thrones one because I really dig the show.
I forgot they had
I don't know how much I'd love it, but
I'm
considering it. It's not something that I'm going to do all the time, but every now and then it might just be nice. If I don't have a game that I'm really interested in, it's something I'd rather do that than watch a fucking television show or something like that. You know, I'd rather play that game than watch a show.
Yeah. My biggest thing was Paul brought it up, when I'm playing the first, few chapters of Borderlands, I'm playing, I'm like, okay, I got a break, so I'll put it down, and I'm still listening to it, but, I might check my phone or whatever, and then I'll look back up and I got this much time left to answer, the question. I'm like, oh, shit, you know?
You have to stay in.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is good, though. I mean, realistically, it's you playing a video game. What the fuck do you need to look at your phone for anyway?
Yeah.
Oh, sometimes you put the controller down to smoke a bowl.
You can pause it.
You can pause
You have
it.
that option. Like you can pause it and smoke the bowl.
Paul bought the controllers without the pause button on them.
No, well, a lot of games, in my own defense, a lot of games, if there's a cutscene playing, you like try to pause it or something, either it won't let you or it'll skip the cutscene. It's like, no, this whole game is
Yeah.
about the
Yeah,
cutscene,
yeah,
so I'm
some
gonna let it
games,
play
yeah.
while I do
Well,
something real quick.
this game doesn't do that. Just
No.
the Borderlands one did.
Yeah, you get
I
full
pause
start
it a
menu.
lot.
Yeah, full start menu.
Because
And
I'll start
like,
playing it like while I'm cooking or something. I'm like, fuck, I gotta check on the food. Just pause it and move on.
And I like your little inventory up top. I think it's either RB or LB.
Mm-hmm.
Where it comes up and it tells you what you got. I think I got like it was either the map or some money or whatever, or a letter, and it was up there. I was like, that's kind of new to me for Telltale games, because I remember Walking Dead didn't have like an inventory or anything like that.
No, you just walked around and talked to people. I think
Yeah.
the Walking Dead one, I made it as far as I saved the little girl that was alone in the house. Went to the convenience store area where you like set up your hub with everybody, and then got like 2 little segments past that, and I was just like, dude, I can't play this game anymore. It's just not fun to me anymore.
You definitely have to be in the mood to play those type of games.
Yeah, once I got hooked, I could throw it on at any point.
Yeah,
But at
that's
first,
good.
I was just kind of like, yeah, I'm not feeling it. Because I played it maybe like 45 minutes in or something when I initially got it, because it was a free game 1 month. And I don't know, man. I was like, I can't play this type of stuff. And then for whatever reason, I threw it back on. I just didn't have anything to play. I was like, let me just check
Try
it
it out.
out. And I kind of started getting into it, and then I finished the first chapter, and I was like, I want to see where this goes. And I think I got the season pass for like $8, so I
Yeah,
did
why
it.
not at that point?
Yeah, it's like I got it for cheap, man. And like I said, I really enjoyed it. I remember at first, like I remember having friends that played those, and I was like, that shit's so stupid. Like, I really did, man. That's why. And like even last episode, I was like, just watch that shit on YouTube or whatever. But
Yeah.
Well, I'm not
I think
positive.
they're great, man.
I don't know if this is. I'm almost sure this isn't a Telltale game, but it might be. But that Life is Strange or whatever. Like I was reading rave reviews about it. I played a little short demo. I was like, this could be interesting. So I bought the first 5 installments of it or whatever, and then halfway through 2, I was like, yeah, I just don't like this.
Yeah.
It's just not my style of game.
It's very, very similar to Telltale games. I don't think they did them, but I mean it's almost a rip off of it. But I did try the free thing, and I got like 15 minutes into it, and I'm real excited. I heard the story was incredible. They have twists and everything, and I'm like, yeah, I just can't do it.
Yeah.
It's one of them
Yeah,
things.
it's definitely not for everybody, but I changed my tune on it.
Here we go. If you had a favorite game that you would like to see turn into a Telltale game, what game would that be?
Oh man, I don't want to take your answer, but BioShock,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
I was gonna go outside the box and go Metroid on that, just to see how they would play that out.
That's nice.
It could be
That's
interesting.
real nice. Yeah.
I think BioShock would be great just to be in that Rapture environment.
Yeah.
I think that could be really fun.
See, I was thinking Metroid because it's a game with almost no dialogue to begin with,
Right.
and then fleshed those little level fragments fleshed out into real worlds and real scenarios could actually bring fear like the game's supposed to bring to you that you just don't get with the graphics and layout and everything.
That's a
Like,
good
I
one,
think
man.
that could be really good.
That's a real good one, man.
Yeah.
That's a real good one.
Yeah, there's a few games, man, I think they could do a good job with. But
And I mean, imagine the first time Samus rolls up into that little ball. Like, what did she yell during that time? Because she yelled something the first time that happened.
see, the thing that gets me about like the Game of Thrones and like Walking Dead and stuff is all of those are real shows. So it's like to put that in animated format, I don't know how much I'd love it. But Borderlands worked really well because it was that type of animation, and I think BioShock would as well.
Yeah.
Like I think they could animate that and make it really cool.
Well, I tell you what, if they would have came out with the first Walking Dead, like now, because I'm kind of done with the show, like the show's just going on and whatever.
I never watched it.
Yeah, it is what it is. But like to me now, seeing that would have been like, man, that's like a graphic novel version of Walking Dead. And some of those
Which
graphic
already exists.
Yeah, but it's a cartoon version, and I think I would have been much more prone to play it now and really enjoyed it now than back then.
Right.
Well, there's a new Walking Dead coming out soon, some point this year actually. I think that's supposed to be a co-op made by the people that made the Payday games.
Really?
And yeah, it's basically 2 people trying to survive or something like that.
Left 4 Dead will always be my favorite zombie shooter.
Left 4 Dead was a great game.
Yeah. Left 4 Dead 3, y'all, please.
I wouldn't be upset about it.
No.
I mean, you got Vermintide. It's similar.
Yeah, very
It's
similar.
the closest you're gonna get right now.
There is Vermintide 2 coming out, which I had no idea.
I didn't either, but I'm in.
Vermintide
I'm already
2.
in.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the first one. I'm in.
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy it as much. I'd much rather have, a more real shooter version of that genre. But I'll hop on Vermintide again, I guess. If that's the only option, I'll play that.
Yeah, Vermintide was fun, and it quenched my Left 4 Dead thirst a bit. It did.
It's fun. When you put a full team together, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Playing it with just like 1 or 2 other people, it's not as great. But when you have 4 guys, it's a blast, man. It's a really cool game.
Yeah. I mean, if you're involved in any sort of gaming community, friends that games, family members that games, if you watch our show, the hot topic right now is loot box. And I want to get into this real quick because Hawaii's stepped it up, and they want to form a legislation that would liken the loot box implementations in games. And basically, for dumb people like me, they're trying to pass 2 bills. All right, one bill would be you have to be 21 or older to purchase a game that has loot boxes in them, paid loot boxes. Okay. Now my biggest problem is they've already tried that with the ratings a few years back, and like Paul said, all you're gonna do is you can get an adult to go in there and buy the motherfuckers. Do y'all agree on that? I mean, it's.
Oh, I mean, I guess it kind of depends. I mean, you can go in the store with an adult.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
But as far as downloading it, I mean, if it goes by your profile and you're too young, I mean, they're gonna allow you to put another credit card now. But at the same time, like, can you just buy the card though?
Yeah, you can buy the cards. Yeah, you can buy the cards. You get the code.
And they don't check your ID when you set your profile up in the first place. So if they're like, "Oh, this account is blocked," just make a new account.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, kids nowadays, man, they probably already have 4 or 5 fucking made up accounts.
Which I mean, that's probably some kind of way to regulate it that we're not intelligent enough to understand. But I don't know. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't.
I don't think there should be regulations. I don't think the government should be able to step in and tell video game makers what they can and can't do with their games.
Well, I think
it's up to the market. Like, if we don't want to play games that condone that, we as gamers say, "Fuck you, I'm not buying your game," and don't support them.
I mean, I agree with that. I mean, it comes down to personal responsibility for sure. But it is a slippery slope though, because the thing is, this loot box shit's been going on for long enough now, and it's just continuing on.
Yeah.
I mean, people are boycotting it, but it's not enough.
No.
So then it's like, do the people out of boycotting it, even if they don't have a strong enough voice to change anything, we just have to keep suffering through like games that we actually want to play, but we don't play. That sucks, man.
Well, yeah, but
it sucks because it killed it for us. Like, certain games that, like, I kind of wanted to play that Battlefront game.
Well, that's why everybody's so pissed off because of Battlefront.
I was interested in that game, and then they hit that point where they took the loot boxes out, and I was like, man, I was considering buying it, but I was like, it's a little late, and I'm glad I didn't because they threw them right back in.
Threw them right back in.
So it's like, that's a game that I wanted to play that I fucking refuse to play. I don't want to deal with this loot box bullshit.
Yeah, and I played the first Battlefront, and aesthetically beautiful. It was a fun shooter. It's not my style of game per se because it's the online multiplayer shooter only like that. I don't like games like that, but it was beautiful.
Yeah.
So when the second one came out, I was like, I'm gonna buy this one anyway, just to get a month or 2 of enjoyment out of it and never touch it again. But I refuse to support a company that's putting loot boxes into their games.
And that's how I feel too. So I mean, as far as the personal responsibility thing goes, I'm with it, but at the same time, I'm like, man, it sucks that I have to miss out on games out of principle.
Well,
you know what I mean? That's kind of shitty. But then again, there's that part of me is I don't like the government getting involved in shit that it shouldn't be involved in. And
yeah.
So I guess, like, as much as it sucks, I can suck it up. Like, not to get super political, but I think we have way too much fucking government as it is. I don't want more. Like, we don't need more rules, man. Right. Leave us alone. Like, let us do life the way we want to do it.
They're trying to pass 2 bills, and that was the first bill. And this bill is one that I can get behind. They require the publisher to disclose the probability rate of getting items in loot boxes.
I do like that.
I am
cool.
okay with that.
That's cool.
I'm okay with that too.
You know, ban the whole,
That's the nutrition facts.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Exactly.
Nutrition facts
Yeah.
on food.
It's no
Yeah.
different.
I'm
Yeah.
cool with that.
Paul, you are a genius.
I am as well, because that doesn't take away from anyone, but I do like having that type of awareness. So it's like, okay, because if it's a small probability, if you have a small percentage, so you just got to continue to buy these things, and how well will they sell? So it might start making it worth your while.
Yeah, but I also just thought of this.
If you're willing to spend that money, I still won't.
I just thought of another pro argument for loot boxes, but I also immediately thought of a con against it. It's sort of like Pokemon cards or something from back in the day. Like, you buy your little booster pack. You don't know what the hell you're getting in there. You might have to buy 300 packs before you got that foily Charizard. But at least with those, you could sell them back to people or trade them for other things because they were a physical thing. So therein lies the difference.
Right.
So I guess.
Well, that's essentially what it is. They just kind of put like a playing card type of situation into video games.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I mean, you're essentially buying packs of cards.
Looking for that hologram. Looking for that Charizard. Was he foil Charizard?
Which I think is ridiculous. Like, if you're playing a card thing, if you're into like these card games, it's like that's what you do. So all of the money you're spending goes to that. But like they don't fucking start you off with a $65 initial hit, and then you buy cards as you go. It's like, look, man, I just spent $65 fucking dollars. Like, I want a game I can play. I want a game I can get on and be competitive at.
Yeah.
I want a game where in the next 6 months I can complete it and play it how I want without spending another dime.
Yeah. Or it's just like, I'm not a bad player, man. It's like, when I play online games, like, I do fairly well. But if you're playing against dudes that are just leveled up over you constantly, I mean, you're gonna play like shit, dude. They're just gonna smoke you.
Yeah.
And that's no fun, because that will turn you off of the game.
Big time. Big time. I mean, that was my whole problem with I like loot boxes as far as cosmetics, like Paladins does. Again, Paladins, y'all knocked it out the park, but you got these games where a kid can go with his mom, get the $60 game and another $60 point card to drop another $60 on gear. The first matchmaking, online matchmaking, that dude's gonna have the best gear, the best shields, and he's like, it's strange. He's just gonna smoke you.
He's already built his character the way he likes to play it. And he knows what he's doing already. Like,
but also I'm thinking about, like, we used to grind for our stuff back in the day.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like, and I wonder if the games now are they just have lack of grind where these kids think they could just buy get everything.
The thing is that there's too much grind. It's like,
I don't like to have to run daily.
It's a lot of grind, and I can deal with a lot of it. But at the same time, and when you're trying to grind on that type of game, and these dudes that just paid money keep fucking you up, it takes away like your will to continue grinding.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like if everybody's grinding together, it doesn't seem that bad.
Right.
And there's always people that are gonna put insane amounts of time in and put more than you.
Yeah.
But, at least have it fair, man. If somebody can just buy it, because it takes away like your want to continue playing the game, and I can't back that.
Right. Get these loot boxes under control. I mean, whatever y'all doing, just do it. I think with all these shootings and everything, I think video games are already getting too much negative publicity, and this whole loot box thing is just adding more bad publicity on to an already.
Well, I mean, let's be real about the shootings, though. It has nothing to do with video games.
Oh, I agree,
Yeah.
but everybody says
It has nothing to do with video games, but the congressman dude or whatever he was that said that most recently, like, he brought up a valid point outside of the video game aspect about, like, our culture now is about violence and thuggery and shit like that, and we celebrate that in every TV show and movie, video game, song, etc., and no longer whip the shit out of our kids. But like, maybe I added that last part. But he brought up a semi-decent point, but I think video games have nothing to do with it, because I've been playing GTA games since the first one came out, and I've never shot at
exactly,
anybody.
right.
I mean, you got to be dumb if you think that.
Yeah, I know tons of people that have been playing games their entire fucking lives, and they never shot anyone. It's just it's bad parenting. There's a lot of bad parenting going on out there.
It's bad parenting.
Believe me, when I go outside and I want to run into the highway, I think to myself, I don't have another continue.
Yeah.
I don't I don't have that ability.
Which is, there's real life consequences, dude. Like, if you're the type of person that played a video game and you think that it's okay to go do that in real life, like, somebody just didn't raise you well, dude.
I had to yank a friend back in my car
off
one
of
night.
the video game, if your decision is based off of a video game. Your parents suck, dude.
Your parents suck.
They should have taught you that there's real life consequences to doing those actions.
I had to yank a dude back into my car window one night because we played a whole lot of GTA San Andreas and then did acid. And he was hanging out of my car shooting at invisible helicopters with no gun. And I was like, hey, man, your mom ain't never taught you common courtesy? And he was like, what are you talking about? I was like, don't hang out the fucking vehicle. Like, it doesn't matter what drugs you're on, what video game you just played. Don't be outside of the car.
If you fall out of here, I'm leaving you, dude. Like, I'm going to call somebody, but I'm leaving you. I'm not going to stop.
I was taught as a kid, don't hang outside of a car.
Yeah.
GTA has taught me one thing, that I could kill a bunch of people and die and then get respawned at the hospital. So I'm going out and having fun, man.
Yeah,
a couple $100 missing, my gun's missing, but it's all right.
It's all right, man. A couple, my pennies are gone, but whatever.
Yeah, it's a little too silly, dude.
Yeah.
It's easy to blame everything else, dude, and not actually fix the fucking problem. But whatever, man. That's not a level of expertise. We play games.
We play games.
We play games and don't kill people. So I mean, whatever. I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, that's our role.
I kill emotions, not people.
Exactly. Like I play games to numb myself from life. That's why every time you hear a stream, you just hear that.
I was speaking about streams. Let's get into this real quick. Some people enjoy the video game streams. For whatever purpose you want. A lot of people do it for gameplay and just to see how the game looks. But if you were supposed to go and find something like a walkthrough, would you guys rather watch the walkthrough or would you actually read the old school walkthroughs?
I want to read the walkthrough, and specifically because of this. I was playing this game Dundara recently that came out. Got to a part where I was lost and in a very difficult area, did not know how to progress, and I looked up for a walkthrough, could not find one. I did not want to spoil the next couple screens for me or whatever was coming by watching other people play the game. I just wanted to read through and be like, I recognize this, I recognize this, I recognize this. Don't recognize this. Go back 2 sentences. That's the one hint I need.
Yeah.
Give me that one hint, and then I'll figure it out for myself. Whereas you watch somebody stream the game as a walkthrough, then it's like, oh, I'm past this. Fuck, no, I just saw the end of the game.
Yeah.
Well, and then too, it's like
that.
Fuck, there's an ad right before where I need to be. It's like you start getting close, and you're like, God damn it, now I gotta watch a fucking ad.
Yeah.
And I like the videos for certain aspects. Like if you're looking for secrets and shit, and you can find those videos where dudes just go through and just show you the locations.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that's really cool. And, if it's something that you can't find and you just want to complete it. Which obviously, you use that as last case scenario.
Yeah.
Instead of just jumping in. And I like them for that. And then certain bosses and shit, if you can't figure something out, like
Sometimes watching somebody do it.
It's nice to reference it that way, but as far as an actual playthrough, like I just find it more efficient to just skim read.
Yeah.
All right, that's where I'm at. Bam, bam, bam. All that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I get having the visual. And the visual is nice, and it's tough, dude. Like I can't really suffer through those YouTube videos. It's really tough for me to watch them. Like I can watch a stream a lot easier than like watching a walkthrough video on YouTube.
Yeah.
Well, because the stream is more entertainment value, or like you said, is like, I don't know if I want to buy this game or not. Let me watch somebody else play it.
Exactly.
Right.
And if I enjoy what I see of actual gameplay, not what the trailer gives me, because like, oh, this is gameplay footage. Yeah, of the cutscenes. Fuck you. But I want to see actual gameplay.
Yeah.
Here's another thing too, man. And I was thinking about this today because I bought a couple games today. I was checking a bunch of stuff out. The game clips on an Xbox are awful.
Yeah.
They're awful, dude. Every one of them is like non-action, and then as soon as some action starts, it fucking
Cuts
cuts
in,
off.
yeah.
The
Dude,
first,
it's
the first
so
three
bad.
are the pause screen. Like the first 3 videos are always a pause screen, or just somebody just sitting there.
Job at it. Dude,
I've
they
noticed
do an
that,
awful
man.
job at it.
Here's
I've
30
noticed
seconds
that.
of this game is somebody just looking at the pause screen, and like here's the button layout. It's like, I don't give a shit about the button layout. Show me what the game's like.
Or like every now and then you get somebody and they'll do a couple things. You're like, oh shit, something
Yeah,
happened,
shit.
and then they pause
You're
it,
like,
and then it's just paused for the rest of the deal, and then they cut it.
Yeah, who monitors those? Who chooses what clips go up on the actual game page? Because whoever
Yeah.
does it, You need to get fired, man.
Yeah, that's something I experienced
I've noticed
today.
Probably the
I'm
same
like,
guy that thinks fixing the system is making the front page look different. Fucking sick of that shit too.
Like I pulled out my phone and I was like, I'm just gonna watch some fucking playthrough videos on the phone. At least at that point, and there you go. Like that's what's great about the YouTube videos, because I was able to like skim through, watch a little bit, move forward, see what a little bit more of it is, and then you just kind of, you can understand what the game actually is, because from the clips, you don't know, man.
Right.
Like you really can't tell.
Right.
And another thing too, before we move forward, and this has been bothering me for a really long time, there's too many games with cinematic trailers, man. With no gameplay footage. I'm so sick of cinematic trailers.
Yeah,
like
I agree.
I get it, dude. It looks cool, but like I don't give a shit. Like I want to see how the game plays.
Yeah.
That's what I'm interested in, whether I buy it or not. So if you're gonna have like a strictly cinematic trailer and then just dog shit game clips, and then the thing too is like before, if you want to pre-order a game, like I look at a lot of games that are coming, these arcade games and shit, and I want to pre-order them, and then there are no game clips. And then you watch the trailer and it's just cinematic. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck this is.
Yeah.
I have no idea what this game is, dude. The cover looks cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some of the screenshots look cool, but I have no idea what it is, and I don't want to pay for it.
Right.
Yeah, I can't remember what the titles were, but I have fallen victim to that before, where I just had extra money in my Xbox account or something like that, and I was like, oh, this game looks cool, let me pre-order it, so I wake up one day with a new game that looks awesome, and then I start the game up like, oh, this. I think one of them was called, was it Saturday Morning RPG or something like that? Like, the little video for it made it look amazing. I went to play the game, I was like, this is dog shit. I didn't like it at all.
Yeah, that's some stuff. Like that's just some stuff that I personally experienced today, and I completely forgot about. But while we were on it, it just hit me. But yeah, I'd like to have the written walkthroughs. I don't want to do them. Like, I don't want to be the guy that does them and brings them back, but I'd like to have them.
Yeah, it's like I thought about it. Like I was looking up the Dondara thing, and because I was stuck, and I was like, hey, do you want to write a walkthrough? I was like, one does need to exist, but I'm not starting over right now. Like, and I'm not sitting there starting over in every jump I make, sitting there and pulling out a laptop typing. I'm not doing it.
Man.
I do agree.
I don't want to put in the
agree
work
with you. I do miss them.
Yeah.
Like I still want the videos, obviously.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'd love to have those written walkthroughs.
I'm the same with these
I
guys.
guess it's just so much easier to make the video. And
You ever imagine what it'd be like
is.
if you did write your own walkthrough for a game, though? And be like, look, bro, if you get to this part and you can't figure it out, you're fucking retarded. Moving on.
Take a break, go to a Chinese buffet, come back with a fresh mind.
Mhm.
The walkthroughs, the video walkthroughs are strictly for me, like you guys said, to see how the game works. Pure entertainment. But Game Facts back in the day, when you had your computer, man, on old like RPGs, they had an option where you could just put in a keyword.
Yeah.
And it was like level 9, whatever, and then boom, it would bring you right down to it, and that was really, really awesome.
Just Google like this game chapter whatever or this level, and it'd bring up exactly that segment. It's like, all right, I got through this part. This is where I am. This is the one sentence I needed to read. Move on.
Right.
Like, bring that back, please.
Yeah, I agree.
On to some good free news. We're all Fable fans here. I love the Fable universe. I wish I could live in the Fable universe.
Yeah,
Fable
absolutely.
Fortune coming for free.
Yeah, February 22nd,
cool.
which is actually, we pre-record the show, but that's the date that this show's going to release. So if you're watching on the day that we release it, it's already free. You can get it that day. And then if you're watching the show just in general, it's already free. Check it out if you want. I mean, it's a card game, but still, it's the Fable universe. I'm most certainly getting it. I've looked at it so many times, and I'm like,
Me too.
I just don't know. But like,
Me
free?
too.
Yes,
Me too.
absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm in.
absolutely.
There's a strong possibility.
You had to hit that pause button.
It was one of them P words. There's a
P
strong
words.
possibility that after you're done watching this episode, you might be able to catch us playing the game or something like that.
It's very possible as well.
Yeah.
Because I will download it that day. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
And if do you know if is it a multiplayer thing?
That I don't know. I haven't looked that deep into it.
Okay.
I've watched some videos, some Twitch clips of it and stuff, but I don't know much about it. But like I said, I never really got into the card battle games, but it's free. It's Fable.
Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna check it out for sure.
Yeah.
I might not even like it, but I'm getting it. If it's free, I'm getting it.
I'm gonna get it. Like, I wasn't a big fan of Gwent, but I'm a huge fan of the Witcher series. But I got the game and I played a few matches with people simply because it was in the universe that I enjoyed. So I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, it's just one of those universes, like
Nothing to
talking
lose.
about it now. It's like, dude, I don't have them, but I want to go back and play Fable 2. You know, I want to spend some
I
time
do.
in Fable World. You know, like
Yeah.
when we get done the show, it's like, oh man, I'm in Fable World. You know, it's like it was such a cool universe. I really did,
I have
really
them
did
on
enjoy it.
bottom.
I might have to.
I mean, I have them on 360, but it's backwards compatible.
Absolutely,
I
absolutely.
got one on Game Pass, so I might play that when I get home.
Actually, they're all on Game Pass.
Oh, are they?
Yeah,
Nice.
all of them. They have the anniversary edition. They have 2 and they have
Nice.
3.
All right.
Two is such a spectacular game.
2 was wonderful. 2 was wonderful. Zelda. Everybody's a huge Zelda fan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Zelda now always have huge worlds, open worlds. Zelda's going to be strictly open world from now on.
Yeah,
That's nothing new to me, though.
Yeah, it isn't
Well,
either.
well,
Even the original
2
Zelda.
wasn't.
2 wasn't, but the original
True.
Zelda was
Well,
open
2
world.
was side scroll for a big part of it.
But the
I mean,
map,
well,
I
not
guess,
really
was
a big
open
part of
world,
it.
so-
But, yeah, I mean, you got the towns that was side scroll.
Yeah. I guess in one way, shape, or form.
I've always kind of looked at Zelda as open world anyways, like before open world was what it is.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Ocarina,
always been
Wind
that type
Waker,
of
all
game.
those. It was always a massive map that you had to figure out how to get from place to. It was always an open world.
Yeah, and you always kind of move back and forth. Yeah, I mean, it's some news, like I saw it, and I'm like, I mean, really? I thought it kind of already was.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, open world to me is you can go to anywhere on the map at any point in time in the game, but you might not be power enough for that level. You
Yeah.
know, so and that was a really good indication. It's like, oh, dude, these enemies are hard to shit, man. Man, maybe I shouldn't be in this area right now. You know,
Yeah.
before
Back the other
walkthroughs
way.
and internet and all that
Yeah.
stuff. You know,
Yeah.
we had to fucking find the shit out on our own, man. Think about that, kids.
Yeah.
No,
Think
yeah,
about
that
that,
was-
y'all.
Yeah, when we, man, the
We'd have to wait
original
for a
Zelda
magazine
to
stuff,
show up.
dude, like you had no idea.
Zelda, the second one.
I didn't like that one.
I hated the second one.
I've never beaten it.
No,
I don't think
Never
anybody
beat it.
has.
I played it a bit, but I didn't like it. What was the one with the gold cartridge?
That was the original.
The original
For
right,
NES, right?
yeah.
And then it was what Link to the Past was 2,
I think so.
I don't remember.
and then
I
the
don't
third
remember
one
which
was on
which.
NES, which that was my favorite.
Which I
Um,
actually have all of those on my Raspberry Pi. I just never got into them yet. But I intend on playing. I'll probably skip the second.
yeah,
Other
there's
than
no there's
that.
no reason to play the second one.
Right.
Before we get out of here, guys, what you gaming on, Shane?
All right. I got kind of a list, man. I mean, we do Paladins here and there. Still, you know, when other people are playing.
Yeah.
Paul and I have been doing Full Metal Furies.
Yeah. Great
Which-
game.
We'll have those up on YouTube. I think we got a few levels down. I mean, we probably got like 4 hours in or something like that.
Something like that.
about-
Yeah. We got through the first major boss fight, and we're on our way to the second one.
It's a big,
That's
big
a
game.
lot.
though.
Yeah, like
yeah,
the
it's-
Titan fight. So,
Yeah.
yeah, we played that a bit. I streamed some Fall Guard Viking. I have everything but the last castle, and I was just hungover one morning. I tried to play it, and I just wasn't in the zone. I play really terrible, so I'm gonna redo that. I just have to get past that last stage, and then they do have the second playthrough, but I'm not gonna do that. And let's see, today I decided I was gonna. Well, I did Tales from the Borderlands throughout that time since the last show. Today I started Evil Within 2. I still dislike it. I didn't like it the first time I played it. I gave it another shot, but I don't like it. I can't get into it. So that didn't really stick. I started Darksiders 2, which I never really got into those games. I was just looking for something to play. I might try it again. I don't know. It's a little dated. It was a
It
little
is.
hard for me to
Yeah.
play.
It is.
But I got the 2 Bleed games today. And it was like $18 for both of them. So I started playing Bleed 1. It's pretty fun. You know, I'm having a good time with it. So I definitely want to play more of that. And then I guess I'll jump on 2. But yeah, I've been kind of busy. I've been playing a lot.
Yeah, that's a hefty list.
Hmm.
It's a good list.
Yeah.
Paul, what about you, babe?
I just finished that Dundara game. I
I don't know. I gotta say it now after you say it.
I don't know why I half expected you to do it, and I didn't think you would. But yeah, I finished that. I suggest anybody that's a fan of Metroidvanias play it, even though there's a major twist in that you cannot walk. Everything is jump based.
See, that's what it was. I was kind of interested in it, and then I watched your videos, your playthrough videos on YouTube. I think it was yours. Didn't you put some on YouTube?
I did. Actually, no, I never put them on YouTube.
Or maybe
but I did.
maybe I watched a clip or something.
Yeah, I did stream the last boss fight because I was losing my mind for 2 hours getting slaughtered.
Yeah,
And
that's
was-
right.
was
I
at
did
my
watch
wit's
it. I
end.
did watch the Twitch clips
Yeah.
on Xbox. But
And what game is that?
Dundara.
yeah, and that's kind of what got me, man. Was just the constant jumping. I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know if I can get into this.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, maybe if it goes on sale, I'll pick it up.
I mean, it's already pretty cheap, man.
Was it like $20?
It was like $20, but I think it's like $5 off because it's about a black chick and it's Black History Month or something like that.
Nice.
That's fair.
Nice.
Yeah, if it drops down to like 10, maybe I'll pick it up. I just from watching it, I'm not sure if it's something I may get into, so I don't want to like. If I could save $10, I will.
Yeah. So I finished that recently. I'm almost at the end, finally, of Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Nice.
Wow, yeah, you've been chipping
How many
away.
hours-
That's since
how
you
many
started
hours you
doing
got?
this show.
I'm coming up on 70 hours.
Yeah.
I don't play it as often as I used to, and but yeah, I'm coming up on the end of it now. It's just I'm at a spot where I need to beat this guy to move to the final chapter, and I can't beat the dude. But and then yesterday or the day before, somebody gave me an SNES Classic, so
Nice.
I started playing Mega Man X.
Nice. Oh man, that's a good one. That's probably my favorite. I think. Yeah, I think that's my favorite.
11 looks real good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought this game for $1.50 last night or 2 nights ago called Refunked. And I had like $3. I mean, what can I buy for $3? Nothing. I was like, dude, $1.50. Refunked has an achievement to beat the game in 4 minutes. So it's one of those games. So I've been playing Refunked. I think I'm gonna go and try those achievements. I think I beat it in like 13 minutes.
What type of game is it?
It's like a first-person flat platformer where you go and whenever you step on, puts color to the platform. And there's, I think, like 30 or 40 red platforms that you have to jump on. And when you activate one, another one on,
Is it the one where you're the robot with the one wheel and you're moving super quick?
No, you're nobody. It's the first person's perspective. You have no idea.
Right.
It's just, you're just in this like platform world in like the middle of the ocean. And you could go into water, and it took me like 13 minutes to beat it. But I was looking at the achievements. Like, there's one to beat it in 8 minutes. There's one to beat it in 4.
Very curious. Like I don't know if I want to buy it, but I want to. Like I kind of want to watch a video.
By the
of it
time
to
you
see
hear
what it's
about it, it'll be regular price. Because I think the sale's only for like 2 days. But I think regular price is like $5.
Yeah.
So it's one of and $1.50, and you can't buy anything with.
So it's
$5,
first person Cubert?
3D Cubert, but not like in a pyramid,
Yeah.
form. It was just like kind of, randomly, platforms grow up here and then they'll grow over here and grow over here. It was actually fun, for the 13 minutes I played. I'm definitely gonna go try for that 4-minute achievement.
Yeah,
You could beat a game in 4 minutes, man. That's pretty fucking impressive, right?
Yeah, you should do that and do a stream of it.
I beat a game in 4 minutes.
I might
it,
choreograph a dance for every time you do something amazing and stream it.
But Paladins, of course, we've been hitting out Paladins. I'm on the last level of Bioshock 2. What a freaking gem. What a great game.
I told you that, dude. You have to finish it. It's spectacular.
We don't have time to get into it now. Maybe we'll talk about it next week. But that's it, man. And remember to subscribe to our YouTube page at savagegamingexperiment.com. We also got him on Twitch and Facebook. Savage Gaming Experiment, not .com, but Savage Gaming Experiment.
Somewhere on Facebook. If you type that in, you'll find it.
Yeah.
It might be one word. It might be separate. I don't remember how that works.
Whatever.
Look for it. You'll find it.
And if you want to watch us playing live when we're playing, our individual Twitch pages are Savage Kev, Savage Paul, Savage Shane.
Yeah, I actually don't use that. I meant to say that 'cause you do that at the end of every one, but I play from the Savage Gaming Experiment.
All right.
I use that as my personal because it's already set up on my system,
Yeah,
so I don't use my personal.
Right.
But do us a favor and go subscribe and like to all those outlets, man, and we'll give you content every week.
We're doing more and more games. I feel like we're starting to get a little more variety of games.
Yeah.
Like we're doing a lot of different things between all of us.
Yeah.
So
We're spreading out,
something to check out.
And I know, for all the local people that watch, we're still doing tournaments. So, local tournaments. So keep an eye out for those. But
I mean, for anyone local, we have the NBA Jam tournament
NBA
coming
Jam.
up. What's the date on that? March.
I want to say March
early March
13th or 10th.
We'll figure it out. That was probably bad.
13th or 10th or 23rd or any day in March.
But
It's
we'll be doing that. We'll be giving away a prize to the winner.
It's the Saturday in that time frame.
Yeah, it's one of the Saturdays in March.
Yeah.
Be
And
there.
by the way, hit one of us up. If you want to be a part of it, so we can kind of set all of that up.
Yeah.
We need to make brackets.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, dude, that works at the gas station around the corner from the bar we hang out at. Because that dude.
Yes, I love that guy. He definitely wants to come as well. Every time I see him, he's like, "I'm coming to that tournament." He's really amped about it. So
Just real quick, second time champ for Tecmo Bowl.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Kevin did win the Tecmo Bowl, and then we are going to do Street Fighter as well.
Yeah.
Like
I'll be
June,
out
June,
round
July. I think we're gonna do. What are we gonna do? Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
We're gonna do Street Fighter Turbo 2 or whatever it is, and then if that takes off and we have enough people, we're gonna do like Mortal Kombat 3, Ultimate Mortal Kombat, you know, and stuff like that. So
we'll keep the tournaments going. We'll keep everyone posted. All of that'll be on the Facebook page.
Yep.
We'll make event pages for it.
Yep.
So check us out there. Thanks for watching.
Till next time.
Peace.